Hey guys, short impromptu video here. I didn't do one properly for everybody this week just because I've been on holiday and honestly I was enjoying it. But I got to Sunday morning and I was thinking, why not just put something together, just some thoughts, because I did that pre-video of before I went on holidays, and I think it's a good opportunity to reflect now on how I actually went with the week off. And I can tell you that pretty much it went pear-shaped. So I went into the holiday and the games night that we had with the best intentions in the world and the plans and all that kind of stuff. But as these things tend to happen, Saturday night was drinking and it was drinks. The week away was cheesecakes and alcohol and basically me not being really in control of the food because, like we said, we're on a budget financially as well as dietarily. So when we got down there, my parents were basically like, we've bought all the food for the week, and we're like, hell yeah, we'll eat free food. So basically let's start with the Saturday night. So we got to the Saturday night and it was, like I said, it was drinks. People were giving me tastes of their wine. I didn't end up having as much port, but yeah, it ended up going nuts. Same with down south, basically. So what happened? So I went over on macros and calories definitely on Saturday. I think there was Wednesday and Thursday I went over maintenance. The other days, so I think the Sunday I went under maintenance by about 300 or 400. Monday, Tuesday, I was at maintenance. As mentioned, Wednesday was about like 4,000 calories, so about 1,400 over maintenance. Thursday was 28, 29, so roughly around or slightly over, assuming these variables have all been calculated for correctly, which they may not be. I tried to scan barcodes and stuff, but and then Friday I went down to 22, Saturday 21, today 21, Monday 21. So it was a deload week for me. And basically what it did was it brought my average up to 2.6, 2.7, which is maintenance. So basically, like, that's the week look at offsetting that we talked about. And how did I do it? So I indulged in food. So basically the Saturday night, just through nibblies and drinks and stuff like that, I went to three, 3. And then the Sunday I had a low day. So it's that kind of thing where you indulge. So that a 3-3 day is like a 700 over maintenance day for me. The 4-4-3 day is like I said, 1,400, 1,500 over maintenance. And the Thursdays Thursdays one was like maybe 200-300 over maintenance. So it's that kind of thing, but particularly on that Wednesday and I guess on the Saturday, I indulged. I had some drinks, I had some food, I snacked, I nibbled, I tracked it. And same with the Wednesday got a little bit away from me, but it was also the day we celebrated my mum's birthday. So we had cake and we had drinks and we had food and that's fine. And then the Thursday was sort of the leftovers. It was our last hurrah down south. So we had a few more drinks. So it was leftover like Tim Tams and cheesecake and stuff. So I enjoyed it. I did feel bad, and I would encourage you not to feel bad because what happened? So I ended up offsetting with a couple of low days, trained actually on Saturday when we were going to have this week off, but because we had the full week off and we were sleeping like 8 to 10 hours a day, getting naps in, we felt recovered, so we went in and did a session. And I'm at Sunday and my calories are maintenance for the week, which is what I probably would have done, had a little mini diet break for the deload. So while I indulged, and this is the lesson for viewers, is that you can indulge, but don't overindulge. And that's those memes you're like not eating like a piece of shit. I fucking hate that kind of like you're a piece of shit if you indulge. But I think it's that thing where you're like, you stick to your macros and you try to make it a thing for the week. So let's say you have the Saturday night, you have the Wednesday night, you have the Thursday. On the other days, I was having protein shakes when nobody else was. I was thinking about, so if we did a lot of barbecues and stuff like that, so I tried to have as much meat and minimal other products as possible. Fat wasn't out of control. It was just, whereas I tend to eat like 45, 50 grams when on a low calorie diet, it was up around probably an average of 80, 90 grams. Still under what is considered healthy, or around what is considered healthy, and it's not over, it's just over where I want it to be. And that's that thing about progress, not perfection. Like, in my head I was like, oh no, but I actually feel like now on the Sunday that I'm looking quite full and feeling quite lean again, and that's just all to do with having ups and downs and refeeds and that kind of stuff. Sometimes I said no. Some people and the thing that I took down was a couple of bottles of rum, like we talked about the other time. Like, people were pouring other drinks, and so I was just like, no, I'll just have this. And same with the food, I was like, no, I'll just have that. I still spent 4 days eating beef patties and chicken kebabs and having like bacon and eggs for breakfast and all those kind of things, hence the fat. So it wasn't like I was like starving myself and dieting. I was eating really well. I just didn't like necessarily do all the things that everybody else was doing. Yeah, like, I mean, that's pretty much it. Like, when being down there and trying to eat healthy was actually not that big a deal. And because we got back early, I've had my refeed, and I'm ready to get back into training, and I'm even motivated from that week off. So it's just a short one today, guys, to give you some reflections on how I felt for that week off. Like I said, there was some indulging, there was some rational eating, there was low calorie options whenever I could have them. And I think I put on probably like a kilo, half a kilo, and I guarantee you that'll be mostly water. So I'm back into dieting now. I'm going to push for the next 8 weeks leading up to Bali. Woo! And I just saw JPS's, shout out to Jacob and Lyndon from JPS, just saw their awesome post from their education team about the macro planning and fat loss planning for, like, I think it was a 12 to 15 week cycle, and how they introduced new clients to it. And that was really eye-opening for me. They basically had 2 weeks of diet education, 3 weeks of dropping to, I think it's 1 to 2% body fat, or 1 to 2% of weight per week. And then I think it went up to, and this is just me spouting it, I can maybe include links to it in the description, but then it goes up to like a slower rate of loss, then a maintenance, then a higher rate of loss, then a smaller, and all that kind of tapering off and stuff is really like inform my next 8 weeks. So what I was going to do is I was just going to do, well, it's actually 9 weeks. So I was going to do a 5-week training cycle, 4 weeks up, 1 week deload, and then I was going to do a 4-week push straight into the holiday. And in that, I was just going to keep calories low. I was going to keep calories at 2, 2, 1, really drive down into a deficit, get rid of most carbs, like have 200 grams a day, about 205, 210 grams of protein, and like 45 grams of fat. But what I might do now is do that for 4 weeks, and then have a diet refeed or diet break in the deload, take it up to maintenance for the week, have a little rest, carb up. The thing they talked about that I like as well is they have in-week refeeds too. So maybe you could do, like, if you're on your training days, you could have, let's say, higher calories, and then on your non-training days, lower it, so you've got that weekly average at where you want to be. That's something to consider. I don't necessarily love that because I don't love days where I'm not eating like as much, and because I'm on 2000, yeah, I can have 2 or 3 or 4, but then I have to have 1700. Maybe I'll do something like that. But yeah, next 8 weeks, pretty excited to get pretty lean for Bali. I'm at 91, 92 now, so I'll probably be around 87, 86, which is like the lightest I've ever been. Well, the lightest I've been in like 8 years. So, should be exciting. Stay tuned. As always, hit the like, hit subscribe, all that kind of stuff. Ask me any questions you need. Otherwise, have a great one, guys.